Okay, so I totally forgot about doing the cards here for I got these at I want to say where did we get these? Either a garage sale or the flea market. But and it's so funny, the flee, because when you flee from something, you speed up, right? And and look, it's a fast car, right? So you like I got it at the flea market, and these are basically, and that's the message that I basically got, right? And it goes tied down. It's connected to the last session that we just literally had today. When you're trying to be better, personal growth, and what was it? Personal growth, and the other was what was the other one? Personal growth and compassion. No. Oh God. Personal growth and compassion and kindness. Yeah, those were the two. So when you're trying to develop and grow, you sometimes have to flee from certain individuals, because if you don't flee, if you don't fly away, if you don't speed away, things can get out of character, right? And you don't want that. Like, I know that if I don't do that, there was an instance where I was not trying to basically be there and did not want to talk. I wanted to just go about my day, and an individual was not allowing me to do that. And I remember stuff happened, and I was in my car, and I'm like, bro, if you don't move, and stuff happened. And so that's why, instead of you letting it get to that level of degree of stress, you might as well learn how to walk away before it even gets to that high. So the cards that I got today are these right here. And I was doing the shuffling, and me and my son were in the middle of a Jenga game. And then I was explaining to him, and I got these, and then I put them like face down, and I'm like, okay, pull them. And he was pulling them, and as he was pulling them, it was like the message was just coming, and it was like linked to the last session that we literally just had. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it over. I'm gonna pull this one. 7. So with 7 being 7, there's 7 days of the week. And if you have to wake up every day with a bad heart, that sucks. There's good days and bad days. There's going to be more bad days than good days. But as long as you have that in mind, that's going to help you to go on. Right? So that's what I got with this one. 5. Again, there's, knowing who you are mindfully, spiritually, and I don't want to say physically. Yeah, let's say physically. But some people are not happy with how they think, how they're not fully, develop their spiritual abilities, right? And they are wondering why do I feel stuck? And then some people are not happy with their bodies. Well, that's a personal issue right there, that only you're able to go about, figure out ways of fixing that, right? It's up to you. So why is it's all up to you, and don't get your emotions, your bad thoughts and stuff get in the way of you being a good person to other people, right? Again, you can do it. It's a mind game. It's not just a mind game, it's also a heart thing. And when you're able to connect your mind and the heart, you can do wonderful things, amazing things. Unfortunately, there's people that are gonna be jokers, that are gonna want to play with you and ruin your focus. My son is one of them, but he's a funny one. He's a good one, you know. That's what he does. Because sometimes I'm too serious with it, and he comes and he like, you know, messes with me and stuff. But I like it. Sometimes I tell him like, bro, don't do that. Like, no. Like, right now I want to be serious, you know. So there's a way of you knowing the difference. Like, okay, like, is the person doing it for a good reason or just to play with me? Like hide and seek, you know, messing with your mind. I'm gonna hide her phone, or, you know, try to play with her, play tricks in her minds, right? In a funny way or in a bad way. Y'all know who the Joker is, right? So don't let, you know, bad jokers or funny jokers get the best of you, you know. 4 means, you know, there's a saying, he a foe, she a foe. That means that they're like they're against you, right? And we all have that. And usually people that are against us, it's because in the field of everything, the you know, that's going on, there's a reason why they don't like you, and the reason is here, right? And it's nothing. And why? Because it hasn't been discussed, right? When the parties come together and they clear things out, then that 4 can easily turn into what? It can benefit. If we all come together, it will benefit. It will be good. It will be useful for the benefit of us all involved in the situation, right? So I don't know if you do have foes, enemies. There's a reason why. And until parties know, both parties come to a agreement that they need to come and have a meeting in regards to the issue, until that happens, they will remain foes. Because there's a good side and a bad side, but if you flip it over, the bad side turns into a good side and the good side turns into a bad side. So these need to come together one way or another and change, change it all, change the what's happening. And I'm gonna go ahead and put them into a sequence of, I'm starting to develop a sequence, so I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that sequence. And we get a 3. A 3. You need to find that balance within yourself. Everyone involved in this dilemma needs to know the difference between mindfulness, physically, which means it involves your heart, and also spiritual. Spiritual meanings your roots. Where do you come from? From, your background, culture-wise. It's time to ask questions. Talk to your family. Like, what do we believe in? What did grandma believe in? Like, get involved in your family history so that you could better understand the way of your thinking. Because if you don't know your roots, how your grandparents used to be, how your great-grandparents, then you wonder why, like, you are the way you are. But until you know those patterns, then you're able to switch it up and change that pattern, right? Because at the end of the day, we're all conditioned people, individuals, that we become what we are around, right? 8. And this is an infinite thing, Again, we get the 4 here. You're always going to have foes, right? You're always going to have parties. You're going to have also, there's going to be people. There could be 2 good sides, right? Good and good, right? Example, like I just started a new job. Me and the company, we're good. Like, we're happy, because the company is happy that they have me. So we're good, both parties win. Now, the clients in the company, the people, they're happy too, because now they get more help, as well as their families that have, they feel good that there's enough people working for their family members that they care about. But then there's also here, we see the 4 right here. There's going to be foes that are not going to, people in the workplace that are not going to like you, employees, like in life, right? You need to learn again how to find that balance, right? Sometimes you have to ignore. That's just what it is. All right, and the last one is a 6. And I think we did get a sequence. The last one is a 6. Once you find that balance, which is 3, you get a parallel line. What does that mean? That means a parallel line goes on and on and on and on and on, and it never crashes, it never meets. So when parties come, they come and they talk about it, discuss, it becomes a smooth road for everyone involved in the situation. And that right there is the end. We did get a sequence. So that means that, the message came through like all the way, and I'm like so happy. My son's like, Mom, really? Because I got excited. I'm like, baby, this is a message. He's like, Mom, really? Yeah. And then, I hope this comes helpful for you. I love you very much. And there goes the Joker trying to annoy me, but I'm not gonna let it get to me. What I'm gonna try to do to get him back is ain't no telling, because what I'm gonna do is gonna really annoy him, and it's probably gonna I don't know. Love you. See you later.